before I hand the mic over to him, we just want to do some general housekeeping things. So before we start, I'm going to ask if anyone that's hearing my voice right now could just simply put a yes in the question and answer box if they can hear me clearly. That would be great. Okay, yes. I've got one person say, okay, there we go. I got more people. So awesome. All right, David and Jim and Valerie and Art and Bruce and Aldrin from Montreal. Right on. Well, if you're from Montreal, that must mean you're a Maple Leafs fan, not a Habs fan, right? I'm a big Maple Leafs fan, and that was actually just a tease. I know you probably hate the Leafs, but I won't hold that against you. All right, so everyone can hear us good. Now, Tom from Anaheim, good to have you here. You guys need to be ready for an outstanding webinar. I promise you this is going to be an absolutely jam-packed, awesome-filled webinar. Anytime we've done these webinars, the feedback has been absolutely phenomenal. Matt gives you so much information, and I want you to know this webinar is 100% live. So it's not like this is just an introduction and then we just hand over a recording. But when Matt does start on the presentation, we just let him go. Now, if there's any technical issues or if I think he needs to reemphasize something, I will intercede. But for the most part, I just let him go. And actually, while I'm doing that, Matt, maybe just say hello, and then we'll make sure make sure that you can hear Matt okay. So, hey, Matt, just say hello.
Hey, thanks a lot, Jason. Hey, everybody, it's Matt Clark here. I'm going to be giving you some really good information on this webinar. So, yeah, if you could just do the same thing you did for Jason, where you just type in yes into the box and go to webinar to let us know that you can hear me as well.
Awesome. All right, so I'm getting some good yeses, yeah. Okay, so we're going to be starting the webinar here in just about 10 seconds. I just want to give a little bit more of an opportunity for people to get in so they're not missing. And one thing to say from Germany, awesome, CD. I don't see a name. I just see it looks like an email address, but welcome. It must be actually pretty late in the night there, so thank you very much for being here. Just going to be another minute here. Okay, I think we can get started. So this is going to be recorded, so everyone on the call. But during the call, Matt has some special surprises in store for you, so you're definitely going to want to stay on the call. And Matt's going to cover this, but I just want to reemphasize it because these questions always come up over and over again whenever we do a webinar is, yes, it's recorded, and what you need to do is enter your questions in the question and answer box as we're going through. I'm going to be here trying to reply so we don't distract Matt, but most of them what I'm going to be doing is just keeping them, and at the end of the call we're going to have an awesome Q&A session where Matt's going to answer all of the questions. And don't worry, don't be shy, ask Matt any question that relates to this training or this material, and he'll answer it. He absolutely, it doesn't matter what kind of question it is, he's going to answer it. So without any further ado, I want all of you to welcome Mr. Matt Clark.
Thanks again, Jason, and welcome everybody to the webinar. So first off, before I start jumping in here, just want to let you know that this is not going to be a bunch of theory. This is information that I'm using right now every single day, and it is based on my own personal testing and results. So it's real information that you can use and you can really take away from this webinar and start implementing. So first off, I've been getting bank deposits like this for the past few years from Amazon. As you can see, about $47,000. Amazon does a bank deposit every 14 days. Now, I don't have this up there or say this to brag or any of that sort of thing. I just want to let you know what is possible with Amazon. I started all of this on about $100 a month and about 2 years ago. This webinar is also not a bunch of recycled cash-in with Kindle nonsense. There's been a lot of that sort of thing floating around lately. This information, like I said, is new and is based on my own testing and results. However, I make good money with Kindle, but Kindle's only about 5% of the money I make on Kindle because there are much bigger opportunities on Amazon besides Kindle. Another thing, you're going to want to stay tuned in. There's a question and answer session at the end of the webinar. You can start asking questions now if you want into the question box, and we'll cover those at the end. Like Jason said, ask me anything you want. And have a surprise for you. We're going to be giving away 2 Amazon gift certificates $20 Amazon gift certificates during the webinar, so you're going to want to stay alert, pay attention, because we're going to be giving those away, and it's sort of going to pop up at a few different times during the webinar, and we'll have a little contest there, so we're going to want to pay attention for those. Few ground rules. First thing, just so you get the absolute most you can possibly get out of this webinar, you've already taken the first step, which is signing up for this webinar. You're on the call. You might as well get something big out of it. So with that said, you're going to want to stop multitasking, close down your email, stop Skyping with people, close down your text message, whatever it is that you're doing, because you're going to want to get ready to take some notes, pull out your pen and paper, your other computer, this computer, or however it is that you want to take notes, and get ready, because I'm going to give you some really, really good information that's not available anywhere else. And here, in case you're not aware of this, this is the question box over in GoToWebinar. That's where you can start typing in your questions right now as we go along. You name it, and we'll cover those at the end. A little bit about the agenda. First off, we're going to cover the 3 forces driving a huge opportunity on Amazon right now, how to make 85% instead of 4% with Amazon, why I almost abandoned Amazon, the big, dark, no money secret about Kindle that nobody else is telling you, how to make $70,000 a year on Amazon with 1 product and only 6 sales a day, the 1% that dominate Amazon and how they do it, 3 different profit opportunities on Amazon, not just Kindle, and here's where you're really, really going to want to take some notes, the 9-step ultimate Amazon promotion system that 99% of people completely mess up. So one thing I want you to think about, you might even consider writing this down, is what do you really want to get out of this webinar? A lot of you are here for a lot of different reasons. You're in different business situations. So think about that and think about how you can actually use Amazon. If you just want a new way to make money, maybe if you've just started online or getting started or just want to expand your online business to a different avenue and are looking to just make money with Amazon, that's one thing. If you have an existing business, maybe you're already selling some sort of physical or information product and that sort of thing, and you want to use Amazon as a huge traffic source or a source of sales, that's another thing. Maybe you're already on Amazon. Maybe you've dabbled in Amazon a little bit, or maybe you're already doing pretty well and just want to learn how to take it to the next level. Or maybe you want to become an expert in your field because, as we know, Amazon sells the most amount of books out of any other retailer in the world, and they also sell Kindle books now. So those are 2 things that could help you become and position yourself as the expert in your field. So if that's something you're interested in, that's another thing to keep in mind, because knowing what you want to get out of this is really going to help you focus on the information in this webinar that's really going to help you get that result. So quick introduction about myself. 25 years old. I live in Austin, Texas. My free time, I like working out, hanging out with my wife. Actually just got married this past December 11th. Sold over $3 million online in the past 2 years. Currently selling over $100,000 a month on Amazon. And have at one point used Amazon to create about $40,000 new profit in 30 days, which I'll show you how I did that a little bit later in this webinar. I joined the Maverick Mastermind Group late last year, 2011. It's a high-level networking group. You have to be doing a minimum of $1 million a year online, and I joined just because I wanted to meet some other people that were doing well so I could learn different, it's a lot of internet marketing guys and girls, so I could learn different facets of that business and that market that I just didn't know and hadn't experienced myself, and also just wanted to meet a lot of really cool people. So I joined this group and started telling other people about what I was doing on Amazon. A lot of them were just really impressed. They never heard anything like that, and especially the guy who runs that group. His name is Yannick Silver. If you're familiar with him, he's a great guy. He runs the Maverick Group, and he was just blown away. So he asked me to do a private webinar for the Mavericks, which I did. And then he also asked me to speak at Underground 8, which is his big internet marketing seminar. And it was actually this past March where I spoke about Amazon, about selling on Amazon, about exactly what I'm going to teach you in this webinar. And I was just blown away by all the feedback I was getting afterwards. There's tons of people running up, asking me questions. I never really experienced anything like that. And so, you know, because the information out there on Amazon, selling on Amazon, any kind of product is just so poor because just about nobody out there really knows how to make Amazon work for you. So with that, I just started taking on a few clients, charging $2,000 to $5,000 for consulting work, just because there's a lot of people out there that need help with Amazon. And what Amazon has become for me is the ultimate accidental lifestyle business. I say accidental because that's not why I got into Amazon. I'll tell you in a second why I actually got into Amazon, but that wasn't it at all. But this is what it's become for me. I work on it a couple hours a week, including finding products, promoting products, and monitoring what's going on. I have no office. I operate the majority of my Amazon operations from my iPhone. I have one $4 an hour staff member who manages just about all of my Amazon operations, and I found her on odesk.com, and she works just a couple hours a day. And just to let you know, this isn't something that worked, sort of one day in the past, and then I jumped out and started trying to teach people about it. This is still working every single day. I'm still in there every day, and this is driving a ton of income and a ton of sales for me. As you can see, this is an 11-day selling period, March 31st to April 11th, 2012, over $46,000 in sales. So this is something that's working now, and it can work for you, and it can work for a bunch of different markets, a bunch of different products, and I'll show you how to tap into all of that. I've also used it, like I said, Kindle is a smaller portion of what I do on Amazon, but I've used it to sell a lot of Kindle books too, and do very well in a lot of different markets. This is just an example, basically a best-selling author in a day using a book that I didn't touch a single word. It was completely outsourced for under 50 bucks. Also, if you want to use Kindle, if you're looking to get leads, here's an example of how I used what you're going to learn in this webinar to get leads using Kindle. About 17,000 downloads in 24 hours using 3 books that I outsourced, never touched a single word, and outsourced all 3 of them for under 200 bucks. And this is all free traffic from Amazon. And I've taught a few people how to do this. As you can see, here's a case study. A guy named Paul sold $869.39 on Amazon in one day. He had never sold anything on Amazon before. This was his first day on Amazon using one of the strategies you're going to learn about in this webinar. His traffic cost was 0, no fulfillment, no customer service, no SEO, no PPC, and didn't have any sort of email list or customer list. But, $869.39, that's nice sales, but sales don't mean anything. What really means something, because you can't buy anything with sales, so the profit is what matters. So he calculated it, and he did about $303.74 in profit. So he can make $9,000 in income this month using Amazon if he didn't expand his business whatsoever. So it's pretty incredible what you can do on Amazon, even if you know absolutely nothing about Amazon. So why am I telling you this? Because all of this started on $100 a month. There are over 30,000 different markets on Amazon. I operate in a very small percentage of those, and so there's just tons of opportunity on Amazon and selling just about any product you could imagine. And there are many different ways for you to make money on Amazon. I'll teach you about 3 different ones in this webinar, and there's a huge opportunity happening right now on Amazon. So here are the 3 forces driving the Amazon opportunity. Force 1, Walmart of the Internet. Amazon has over 200 million credit cards on file, over 320 million monthly visitors. They own 1/3 of all e-commerce. It's actually predicted to be about 50% in the next 2 years. And as we know with Kindle, they are dominating the ebook market. Kindle was introduced in 2007, and Kindle books in 2011 started outselling paperback books on Amazon. And that was a business Amazon had been in since 1995. So the Kindle market, like I said, I think there's bigger opportunities doing other things, but that's a market you're not going to want to ignore, and I'm going to teach you a really, really cool strategy there to beat just about any big-name published author out there. And every device is now a Kindle reading and buying device, iPhone, iPad, PC. Amazon has turned all of these into devices that if you're selling Kindle books, people can give you money through. People can buy your Kindle books. So it's pretty incredible what Amazon is doing, and they are owning that space. Amazon acquires blocks in Seattle. Here's just a quick quote. I'm not going to read this whole thing to you, but recently, this is actually from 2012, Amazon acquired 3 million square feet of office space because they're planning for future growth. Remember, they're about to own over 50% of all online retail, and they are just absolutely dominating that space and dominating Google, and they're growing extremely fast. Force number 2, you can't compete online anymore. Online advertising costs have completely skyrocketed, and it's become a big player's game. There's big agencies and very smart people out there spending a ton of money, ton of time, ton of resources to do SEO, to do PPC, to do display advertising, all those traditional forms of online advertising that you may be trying to do, but now that's who you're competing against. It's really become a big player's game and who has the biggest pockets. So trying to break even using those forms of advertising will make you broke. At one point, I was spending 30 grand a month on Google AdWords to market my e-commerce business outside of Amazon, and I was struggling to break even most of the time. A lot of the times I was losing money, and then I decided to turn my account over to one of the supposed best e-commerce PPC agencies in the country, and they lost even more money for me. I know some of the best and savviest display advertising and online media buy purchasers in the country, spending millions of dollars a month on that form of advertising, and their whole goal is to break even. Compare that to Amazon. When you start selling books, physical products, Kindle books, anything on Amazon, which I'm going to teach you how to do in this webinar, they only charge you when you make money. So it's guaranteed profit, and that percentage that they charge is only about 15%. It's very different than just trying to break even, spending a bunch of money, which a lot of times you'll lose money on those other forms of advertising. And one thing you want to keep in mind is that Amazon is a buyer's search engine. This is very different than Google, because if you're doing SEO or PPC or any form of advertising or optimization for Google, those people on Google, they're there for the majority of the reason is to find information. They're looking to learn something, find information, and yes, you can use that traffic to indirectly sell them stuff, but if you're going to be spending time trying to learn how to optimize and get ranked, you might as well be doing it in the place where people are there for only one reason, which is to buy stuff. Amazon, I'll teach you exactly how to get ranked for categories and keywords in Amazon. And once you're there, you start optimizing for that. You're tapping into their 320 million monthly buyers, over 40 billion a year in revenue that you can get your own piece of because they are a buyer's search engine. Amazon will also buy you unlimited PPC for keywords you can't afford. Amazon is Google AdWords' #1 customer, and they're buying PPC for all kinds of different products that once you start selling whatever it is on Amazon, a book, a physical product, a Kindle book, you name it, there's tons of opportunities. Whenever you start selling on Amazon, you can be the recipient of all that traffic, and you don't have to pay anything extra for it. It's pretty incredible. And then Amazon is also completely dominating Google's organic rankings. Especially with the most recent update Google's done, Amazon has become an even bigger factor in Google's rankings. I'm sure you've seen this. If you're selling just about any kind of product online now, Amazon absolutely dominates. And once you start working with them, you can actually own your own pieces of Amazon real estate, and you can be the one that's dominating the search engine rankings through your own Amazon listings. Force number 3 driving the huge opportunity on Amazon right now is the micro supply chain. You no longer need a warehouse to sell products. There's been a dramatic reduction in fulfillment and production costs, which has led to an explosion of wholesale and private label product businesses. These sort of businesses that didn't really exist before, there are now tons of them out there supplying people just like you with just about any product under the sun, and you can make a ton of money on Amazon selling other people's products. It's pretty incredible, and this sort of opportunity didn't exist before, and it's just happened mainly because of a just increase in competition for that kind of business, so they're getting a lot more flexible with what they're offering and a lot more affordable, which has created just incredible opportunity out there. And on Amazon, with no additional work, 0 additional work, if you're doing any sort of affiliate marketing for Amazon using their Amazon Associates program, you can use what I'm going to teach you in this webinar to make 85% instead of the 4% you make as an Amazon Associate. So it's really incredible. With no additional work, you can be doing that, and I'll teach you how in this webinar. And the traditional publishing model, as we know, is dead. With Kindle has come in, and they've basically taken that over, because you can now publish a Kindle book in about 5 minutes. No publisher needed, no PR company, none of that. You can do it all yourself in about 5 minutes, and I'm going to teach you a really cool strategy to beat just about anybody else on Kindle in this webinar. And then with Amazon, you don't have to worry about any Google slaps, no Google uncertainty, no SEO, and no AdWords bans. Here's another quote, not going to read this whole thing, but Amazon in 2011 increased its number of employees by 67%. That's absolutely incredible, considering it's a company doing $40 billion a year in revenue. It increased its number of employees last year by 67%. It's pretty much growing like a startup, even though it's one of the biggest companies in the world. So these 3 forces have pretty much opened up an incredible window of opportunity for you to make a lot of money on Amazon right now. And why this matters to you? Because you can now partner with Amazon and get guaranteed profit. Remember, you only have to pay Amazon anything whenever you actually make money, whenever you actually get sales on Amazon. much different than just buying a bunch of clicks on Google and actually hoping those convert and hoping you make money. You can sell physical products, physical books, ebooks, and even apps now through Amazon. And you get to own your own Amazon pages. With whatever product you start selling on Amazon, you actually get your own Amazon URL that you can do whatever you want with. And I'll teach you some really cool ways about how you can use that to get a ton of traffic from Google. And you get to leverage their 320 million monthly visitors and over 40 billion a year in revenue. And you actually get your own piece of that when you start selling on Amazon. And you get to leverage their massive resources, such as their 80-plus fulfillment centers, which I'll tell you a really cool strategy about that, is how you can turn physical products into, just as easy from an operational standpoint as selling information products. It's pretty incredible. Its opportunity has never existed before. So how I got started with Amazon. Graduated college in 2008, went to work for an investment bank in Houston. I say that was a bad mistake because by that point I probably should have realized I wasn't really built to work for anybody else. So I quit after 7 months, didn't really have much of an idea of what I wanted to do. So I started selling health supplements online in 2009, started on a shoestring budget of $100 a month with one small e-commerce website. But I had a big aha moment when I discovered drop shipping. If you're not familiar with this, all drop shipping is instead of having to carry a bunch of inventory yourself and have staff and a warehouse and all that sort of stuff, you can take orders from customers, send those orders off to a manufacturer or supplier, and they drop ship to the customer, which just means they ship the individual items the customer ordered directly to them so that you never have to touch any inventory, you never have to buy any inventory ahead of time or any of that sort of thing. So it's all a great way, a very lean way to start off without very much money and scale up a business very fast. So prior to selling on Amazon, I grew this business from nothing to 20,000 products and the number of online stores to 30 in about 2 years. But, I kept getting dominated in Google by Amazon. So I decided, if I can't beat them, I might as well try out selling on Amazon. So I started with about 10 products. Sales were pretty good. Remember, you get guaranteed profit, but I wanted more. So because I had this idea, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, if I just add another product to Amazon, if a sale comes in, I pay Amazon their little bit of fee. I keep the rest. If a sale doesn't come in, it doesn't cost me anything. So it's not like trying to run like a 12,000 product Google AdWords account like I was at the time, which is a complete nightmare. It's just Amazon's completely hands off. So I was like, wait a minute. I was like, then the fastest way for me to increase the amount of money I'm doing on Amazon was to increase the number of products. Sounded like a good idea, so I had 6 outsourcers work around the clock for 6 weeks and grew my number of Amazon products from 10 to 12,000 in 6 weeks. So it sounded like a great idea. Wasn't such a good idea. First off, there's no reason you ever want to scale up that fast on Amazon. There's no reason to. I don't carry a fraction of that number of products now on Amazon and do the 100,000 a month. There's no reason to do that. But things started getting bad at the time because the dropshipper, which is not the case with most dropshippers, but this particular one wasn't telling me when products were out of stock, wasn't telling me when products were discontinued, wasn't telling me when there were order errors or products were back ordered. So I started having a lot of errors and missed shipments and just poor customer service and fulfillment in my Amazon account. And so Amazon temporarily suspended my account, and I saw my sales drop 82% in 30 days. So, Amazon was good before then, and I'd ran into a few problems there, so I just really wanted to get back into business. So I got rid of all the unreliable products I wasn't 100% sure would be fulfilled all the time. Everything was running smoothly again. Then I started selling a popular weight loss supplement and began developing a theory about how exactly to promote products and get them ranked at the top of categories and keywords on Amazon. But the weight loss supplement kept getting removed from Amazon. I couldn't really figure out why. I emailed their support. I even called their support, and their advice was to add it again, literally. So I kept doing that, and I would use my promotional methods that I was refining at the time and would be able to get the product ranked from just being a fresh listing, literally at the bottom of the pile, up to one of the top listings in a very high traffic, high value category or keyword on Amazon. And the point of doing that was because I was getting about 60 grand a month with that one product with about 50% profit margin. So it was a great opportunity. But then I would get the product ranked back up there using the promotional methods I was refining. Then all of a sudden the product would disappear. I call Amazon support, email Amazon support. They weren't really much help, so I add the product again. This is a big lesson learned. Probably should have just moved on, but it was a good opportunity, and I didn't find any reason otherwise. So kept adding again. So it was kind of a pain in the butt at the time. But the good part is it really allowed me to refine my promotion system and learn what really works on Amazon. So I was reliably able to get that product backed up and ranked in about a week, week and a half, pretty consistently. So I say it was another big lesson learned, because something weird like that was going on, even though I couldn't really figure out why. Probably should have just moved on. Big lesson learned. Until you can find out really why, don't keep doing the same thing that, something weird is happening if when you get on Amazon. So with that said, that product ended up getting permanently kicked out of Amazon. All the sellers got permanently kicked out of Amazon, including myself, and Amazon permanently banned my account. And I was pretty unhappy at the time, so I vowed never to return to Amazon. I was absolutely furious. And so this little screenshot at the bottom is actually how that account exists today. It says, alert, Amazon has suspended your account. Please refer to the email from Amazon to learn more about the status of your account. That account literally got completely suspended and would never exist again. But, my emotions cooled down. Maybe Amazon isn't so bad, but more importantly, I kept seeing Amazon dominating me in Google, and I kept seeing opportunities on Amazon ripe for making money, because I knew exactly how to promote products from nothing to ranking very well for high-value categories and keywords on Amazon, because I had refined those systems. And so I kept seeing those opportunities, and I knew just had to jump back in. So I set up a new account and was starting back over. I began adding products Amazon likes and started promoting those products, including dropship products and private label products, and later even books. So I started selling Kindle books too, bought all the available Kindle publishing and marketing information, including ebooks, online courses, video courses, software products, everything I could get my hands on that would teach you about how to do well with Kindle, because I knew Amazon extremely well, but I wanted to learn Kindle just as well so I could apply what I knew about Amazon to Kindle. So I started implementing and testing with live Kindle books and began applying the promotion tactics that I had learned from years of experience of selling on Amazon, and began applying those to Kindle books too. So fast forward to today. Currently selling over $100,000 a month on Amazon. All of my Amazon sales are hands-off, no customer service, no fulfillment or returns to process, multiple #1 best-selling Kindle books, and getting paid thousands of dollars for helping people with Amazon, including people in markets such as technology, mobile apps, fitness and diet, and even multi-million-dollar companies. So where others go wrong with Amazon? First off, focusing on affiliate marketing. There's absolutely no reason that if you want to get involved with Amazon, you should be, settling for the 4% for their Amazon Associates program, when you could be making 85% with no additional work, with what I'm going to teach you in this webinar. Also, another area where people go wrong, competing with established sellers on Amazon with no strategy or plan. Only trying to sell Kindle books is another big area, and not knowing how Amazon really works, especially promotion, which is about 70% of your success on Amazon. And another thing, what nobody else will tell you about Amazon is there's been a flood of Kindle courses over the past 6 months. I'm sure you've seen a lot of them, most of them not very good. Want to know a secret? Selling Kindle books, you won't see a dime for at least 60 days. That's not a very sexy or attractive piece of sales copy. That's just not what people want to tell you if they're trying to sell you a Kindle course. But I just want to be completely upfront with you. I think there's a lot of opportunity in Kindle. I think there's bigger opportunities doing other things on Amazon. But that's just part of Amazon's policies. They say your sales accrue up until the end of the month, and then 60 days later, you get a check for that when you're selling Kindle books. So if you're going to dive into Amazon, you really might as well start making money now and get your first bank deposit in only 14 days. Now here's where you're really going to want to start taking notes. Where a product ranks on Amazon is only based on 4 things. First is purchases, same thing as sales. Second is reviews. Third is likes. This has nothing to do with Facebook. If after the webinar you want to check out a Amazon product page, you'll see at the top that there's a little like button. That's all I'm talking about. Nothing to do with Facebook. And number 4 is tags. If you master these 4 things, you own Amazon. You can get your product ranked for any category or keyword you want to. I've done it many times in multiple different markets. So just to let you understand a little easier, these first 2, the significance of those is Amazon, even though they spend millions of dollars, improving their technology and adding all kinds of nice little bells and whistles to Amazon.com and their other properties, they still are a basic shopping cart. With that said, if you sign up for any $30, $40 a month shopping cart you can find out there, you'll notice that they tend to feature products that sell a lot and products that get good ratings or lots of ratings, good numbers of reviews. They do that because, they might feature them in the sidebar or on the top of categories, or on the top of search keywords. Either way, they get featured because they realize, just like Amazon does, by featuring those products that are performing well, they make more money. You know, if you're the shopping cart owner, you're going to make more money. If you're Amazon, you're going to make more money. So when you start learning how to use purchases and reviews to make your Amazon products do very well, you can do some pretty incredible things on Amazon, and I'm going to teach you an exact system I use to do that. So also another quick way for you to understand exactly how Amazon promotion works, I'm going to compare it to Google promotion or SEO. This is a simplified version. You know, there's other factors, social factors and content and all that sort of stuff, but this is just so you can understand and sort of get a metaphor for how Amazon works, is that in Google's simplified version, once again, you get other websites, which are these little outside circles. You get other websites to link, which is the little red lines, other websites to link to your website. In a nutshell, to promote a product on Google, get it ranked higher in its search engines, you get a bunch of other websites to link to your website. Now, think about that when I show you this. To promote a product on Amazon, to get it ranked on Amazon for any category or keyword you want, you get a bunch of Amazon buyer accounts, which is a little outside circles, and you do purchases, reviews, likes, and tags, those 4 things I mentioned. You get a bunch of Amazon buyer accounts, which is just you and I who have bought products on Amazon, Amazon customers. You get Amazon buyer accounts to do those things to your Amazon listing. You get your own Amazon listing as soon as you start selling a physical product, a physical book, or even a Kindle book or an app. Whenever you start selling those items on Amazon, you get your own Amazon listings. You get a bunch of other Amazon buyer accounts to do those 4 things to your Amazon listing, and that in a nutshell is how you promote products on Amazon. Now I'm going to give you an exact system for doing that. So it's called the Ultimate Promotion System, how to get any product ranked at the top of Amazon for any category or keyword. First, a few key points to understand. You need lots of purchases and reviews. You need multiple accounts, that's multiple buyer accounts, you and I who have bought products on Amazon, acting on your behalf, which I'll explain a little bit more when we get to that step in the system. And you need this done as fast as possible. Amazon loves to see velocity of activity. It loves to see things happening very fast, including lots of purchases, lots of reviews in a short period of time. As an example, if you wanted to be, you know, this is probably not a market that a lot of you all want to jump into, but just as an example, if you wanted to be a top self-improvement author on Amazon, literally one of the top authors on Amazon for that category, or top on Amazon, period, you're going to be competing against books like Think and Grow Rich. One of the top books in that market, sells tens, if not hundreds of thousands of copies a month on Amazon. If you wanted to rank above that book, what you would need to do is not try to compete and try to go out and get tens and hundreds of thousands of copies. That you can't really do that. So the way you do it instead is you get a good amount of activity and focus it on a single day, ideally even a single point in that day. So for example, if you wanted to rise to the top of above that book on Amazon, you get 500 purchases or reviews, or both ideally, all in one day, and you'll shoot above that book. And your ability to stay there depends on how well you continually promote that book and how well the book, how good the book actually is, how good of experience the readers are getting. That's how you do very well on Amazon. And then you'll learn a little bit in the system why that matters and shooting up there fast, and then why rankings tend to be sticky, which I'll explain here in a second. So step 1 of the Ultimate Promotion System is you're going to pick a product to promote. This could be a physical product, a physical book, or even a Kindle book. It just depends what profit model you want to follow and what sort of existing business you have. Maybe you already have physical products. Maybe you're already selling a physical book or want to be an expert in your space, so you're interested in creating that. Or maybe you already have existing content that you can simply turn into Kindle books and start getting a lot more value out of that. So either way, you're just picking whatever it is that you want to start using Amazon to get a ton of sales for. Step 2 of the Ultimate Promotion System is you're going to create a new Amazon listing. All that is you're adding whatever product you want to sell, you're adding that to Amazon. So if you're selling a physical product, including physical books, you're going to go to sellercentral.amazon.com. That URL you can see right there. You're going to go over there, set up an account. It takes 5-10 minutes. I recommend choosing the $39.99 a month plan. That's $40 a month, just because the free account, the functionality is so limited, and you'll be making a ton more than $40 a month pretty quickly doing this. So just trust me. Sign up for the $40 a month account, sellercentral.amazon.com, and that's if you want to sell physical products, including physical books. Now, if you want to sell Kindle books, you go to kdp.amazon.com. That stands for Kindle Direct Publishing. That account also can be set up in 5 to 10 minutes, and it is actually completely free. Step 3 of the ultimate promotion system is you're going to keep your price low initially. Amazon has built its business on being a low-cost provider, so having a lower price is a ranking factor in Amazon. So you're going to keep your price lower than what you eventually want to sell it for on Amazon. You're just keeping it lower just for this initial promotion, because that low price, like I said, is going to help it shoot up in the rankings, because Amazon having a low price is a ranking factor. So having a low price is going to help you shoot up in rankings. When you shoot up in rankings, Amazon customers of 320 million monthly visitors are just going to be searching around Amazon through categories and keywords, and they're going to find your product. And they find your product, and a lot of them are going to buy your product. So that's going to get you more purchases. And remember, the number one factor as to how you promote products on Amazon and where you rank on Amazon is purchases. So with that said, the low price got you higher rankings. The higher rankings got you more purchases. Those more purchases, they're going to help you rank even higher, and they're going to help you get more purchases, which is why I say high rankings on Amazon are sticky. Because products that rank high on Amazon, just by being where they are, they're going to get a ton of traffic directly from Amazon for people just their 320 million monthly visitors searching around through categories and keywords and finding your product. And because it ranks high, they're going to get your product's going to get a ton of traffic, a ton of purchases, tons of reviews, and everything else that helps it stay there. So that's why high rankings are sticky. So once you get one of those high rankings, you can actually start increasing your price, your selling price, without decreasing in rankings. Just because you're already getting all that traffic, you can charge a little bit more, make a little more money, and that's a great strategy. So you're going to want to keep your price low initially. Step 4, activate multiple buyer accounts. So all you're doing here is thinking of all the people that you could possibly use to help you promote your product on Amazon. Now, there are ways to do this without using anybody you know at all. I'll just skip to this bottom bullet. You can actually get traffic from Amazon itself, including tags. If you tag your product appropriately, you'll get traffic from other books, other products tagged with that same keyword, and people will go to the tag pages and they'll find your product. You can get it from targeting keywords on Amazon that other people aren't targeting, and you can even use Kindle books as a free strategy to get traffic from Amazon, which I'll talk about here in a second. So aside from that, if you have friends, family members, Facebook friends, an existing customer list, or outside traffic, if you're currently buying any sort of traffic online or even offline, you can drive that to Amazon. And the good part about doing that as opposed to driving them to your own website is if you drive traffic to your own website now, you're getting one-off sales. Yeah, you may get an email address, which you may be able to sell some stuff to them in the future, but if you drive that same traffic to Amazon, that's going to help you rank higher on Amazon. Then when you rank higher on Amazon, you're going to get even more traffic from Amazon itself, which is where everyone looking to buy stuff is going anyways. So that means you start ranking even higher on Amazon, get more traffic from Amazon, which is why I say taking that same traffic, driving it to Amazon, yeah, you may have to pay them their 15%, but you're getting so many more buyers because of the compounding effect directly from Amazon. So step 5 is you're going to do a massive listing activity burst. So all on the same day, or as close as possible in time, you're going to get those multiple buyer accounts that you just basically took an inventory of every resource you could possibly use. You're going to get them to do purchases, reviews, and if possible, likes and tags of your product on Amazon, all on the same day. So an example of how this has worked in the real world, on a big scale, if you want to be literally #1 author on Amazon, this is an example I'm going to give you just because it's from the real world and from somebody you're probably familiar with. It's Tim Ferriss. If you're not familiar with him, great marketer, author of the 4-Hour Workweek and 4-Hour Body, one of the top authors. And so when he wanted to market his 4-Hour Body book, what he did was send out 1,000 advanced copies to friends, family, business associates, anybody he could think of, send out 1,000 advanced copies, free copies of the book, and then on the day his book launched on Amazon, he simply sent him an email. So that was his multiple buyer accounts. He had him in an email account. He sent him an email and said, hey, you've had a couple weeks to review my book. Good, bad, or ugly, please write a review of my book on Amazon within the next 24 hours. In a nutshell, he had over 100 reviews in the first hour, over 200 reviews in the second hour, and I looked the other day, and he has over 1,700 reviews of that book on Amazon. Needless to say, he's done extremely well. Top of Amazon, New York Times bestseller. He's done very, very well with that book, and it still does well because he got the ball rolling and knew exactly how Amazon worked and did that massive listing activity burst. Got all that activity done in a very short period of time, all on the same day. And that's all you have to do. But for the millions of products Amazon sells, the large majority of them, you really only need a handful of that activity. Literally sometimes as many as little as one or maybe, 5 of purchases, reviews in a short period of time to get your product to shoot up, and then you use the other strategies in the system to keep it there and help it increase in rankings. So step 6 of the ultimate promotion system is you're going to review the top 5 related products on Amazon and add a link back to your listing. So what this is there are going to be 5, there's a bunch more, but you're going to take the top 5 related products, could be books, physical books, anything related to the product you're selling on Amazon. You're going to find the top 5 related products on Amazon, and you're going to write reviews of those products just like an Amazon customer on Amazon. So with that said, your Amazon loves reviews. They love all kinds of different reviews. It doesn't have to be something you've actually bought. I recommend you find some way to get your hands on the products just so you can write a very good, valuable review. So you're going to write those good, valuable reviews on the top 5 products. Then if you look at this screenshot, Amazon actually allows you to click that insert a product link and add an active hyperlink back to your Amazon product, book, Kindle book, whatever it is that you're selling on Amazon. You can add an active hyperlink to your Amazon product. So with that said, the reason you do this is because then when people are already searching for those products, looking at those products on Amazon, because there's going to be a ton of people already doing that, they're going to be scrolling down, looking at the reviews, they're going to see the review that you wrote, and then they're going to click over to your product and buy your product. And this, a lot of the times, remember, there's a lot of products on Amazon. You don't need a whole lot of activity to do very well. This strategy alone, a lot of the times, is all you really need to get a product ranked very well. And there are tons of products on Amazon. You can use this strategy and this whole system to make 5, 10, 20 grand a month pretty easily, because Amazon does $40 billion a year in revenue, and you're just taking your small piece of the pie, which actually can be pretty big. So step 7 of the ultimate promotion system is you're going to write a Kindle book to boost purchases. So this is a pretty simple strategy. It's free if you do this yourself, or it can be pretty inexpensive if you completely outsource the book. All you're doing is writing a Kindle book on a market related to whatever it is that you're selling on Amazon. Then, because the Kindle books are ebooks, within the Kindle book, you're just going to add an active hyperlink to your Amazon product. And then if you're promoting a Kindle book, remember I said this whole strategy can be applied to promote any product on Amazon. I said a physical product, a physical book, or even a Kindle book. If the Kindle book is what you chose to use this strategy with, if you're promoting a Kindle book, then the best strategy is to write another Kindle book. And we'll talk about that here in a second with the Kindle sales strategy. So then with your Kindle book, you're going to run a program called KDP Select for 1 to 2 days. KDP Select is a program Amazon has right now that allows you to give your Kindle book away for free for up to 5 days in a 90-day period. Because right now in this strategy, all you're using this Kindle book for is not to make money, but to get a ton of downloads so that you can promote your other Amazon product. So this is a great strategy. It's all completely free. Step 8 of the ultimate promotion system is you're going to promote on outside web properties. If you've ever heard other people, especially authors who have done halfway decent on Amazon, that start wanting to teach people and tell people about how to do well on Amazon, a lot of times this is all they tell you to do because this is all they know. As you've seen in the ultimate promotion system, there's a lot more that you can do to promote products on Amazon. But if you have these resources, then it's a low-hanging fruit item because you completely control them. So if you have a blog, a website, Facebook, Twitter, this is a good time to promote your Amazon products on those things just to get those extra purchases and reviews. So step 9 of the ultimate promotion system is you're going to SEO your Amazon listing. You can literally dominate Google with just a few links driven to your Amazon listing page. Because remember, when you start selling anything on Amazon, you're able to find it on Amazon just like a customer on Amazon. You can find your actual Amazon product and then grab its own custom URL. So you can grab that URL, drive a few links to it just like you would with your own website for SEO, but then because you're leveraging Amazon's ridiculous authority in Google, you can rank for very competitive keywords very fast because nobody else is using this strategy. So this is very fast and safe as compared to using your own website, and there is no Google slap for Amazon because Amazon's never going to get in trouble, and this has nothing to do with your own website. So a recap of the 9 steps of the ultimate promotion system. Step 1 is you're going to pick a product to promote. Step 2 is you're going to create an Amazon listing. You're just going to add that product to Amazon. Step 3, you're going to keep your price low initially. Step 4 is you're going to activate multiple buyer accounts. Step 5, you're going to do a massive listing activity burst. Step 6, you're going to review the top 5 related products on Amazon and add links back to your Amazon listing. Step 7, you're going to write a Kindle book to boost purchases and run KDP Select for 1 to 2 days. Remember, that's the program that allows you to give your Kindle book away for free. So you're going to run that to get a ton of downloads and boost your Amazon products rankings. And then number 8, you're going to promote on outside web properties, blog, website, Facebook, Twitter, anything you have. Step 9 is you're going to SEO your Amazon listing to start getting a ton of traffic from Google itself to your Amazon listing. So the market for using this strategy, completely wide open. It's not like Google SEO or AdWords where there's these big agencies and very sophisticated people operating in there. People have been selling on Amazon for years, but nobody has really been promoting on Amazon. You can literally get top rankings for almost any category or keyword on Amazon using this strategy. Few opportunities and ways you can use this. If you want to be the #1 any product on Amazon in a couple of weeks, use the Ultimate Promotion System. If you want to be the expert person, author, brand, or business for your market, use the Ultimate Promotion System, because remember, Amazon is the Walmart of the internet. There's a lot of, if you see these infomercial products out there that you see on TV, those people are spending millions of dollars on advertising. Their whole goal is to get retail distribution. Their whole goal of all that advertising, get on the shelves of Walmart. But remember, Amazon is absolutely dominating online retail, so you can get on the shelves of the Walmart of the internet by simply using this strategy to get ranked for good categories and good keywords on Amazon, because once you do that and you're at the top of one of those categories or keywords, you've effectively become the expert, the brand, or the business for your market, because that's what customers will see you as. Because you're ranked at the top of Amazon, you must be the best. Or if you just want to make money on Amazon, this is an incredibly effective strategy to use. Here's what I was going to say about no customer service or fulfillment needed, how you can leverage Amazon's massive resources to create an automatic physical product business. So Amazon has a program now called Fulfillment by Amazon, or FBA, which all it is it's a program where you can send inventory or have a supplier send inventory to Amazon. No minimum quantity. It can be a very small quantity. You can send some inventory to Amazon, and then when your sales come through Amazon for those physical products, Amazon will ship all that out for you, handle all the customer service, all the fulfillment, all the returns, chargebacks, everything. So it's pretty much an automatic physical product business. So you get all the benefits of selling physical products, because a lot of physical products have a ton of built-up demand out there, because a lot of people have spent a lot of money marketing those products, building up that demand, and all you have to do is fulfill that demand selling other people's products, or you can sell your own, either way. But you get none of the drawbacks. No customer service, no fulfillment, no chargebacks, no having a warehouse or staff or any of that stuff. You don't have to do any of that stuff now. So here's an example of how this works for me. The screenshot, as you can see, the last 7 days, over 1,100 orders fulfilled by Amazon. That's 1,100 orders. I didn't have to have a warehouse, didn't have to have staff, didn't have to do any customer service, no fulfillment, none of that stuff. It was just automatic sales because the traffic all came from Amazon. Amazon fulfilled everything, and that was it. So we've now heard of the 4-Hour Workweek. Remember, that's the book by Tim Ferriss. Great book, by the way, sort of a side note. But here is how your Amazon operations can turn into a 4-hour work month. Because once you get a product promoted well on Amazon, Amazon's going to send that product all the traffic you could possibly want, all the buyer traffic you could possibly want. Then your entire business operations become step 1, call your supplier. Step 2, hey supplier, send some inventory to Amazon. Step 3, you get paid every 14 days. That's it. That's all you literally have to do. Amazon's handling all your customer service, all your fulfillment, all your traffic, everything, and they literally do a bank deposit every 14 days. A single $4 an hour staff member can handle 99% of your Amazon operations. That's how I operate my Amazon business. Free prize time. Like I mentioned, there's going to be a couple free prizes here. So here is the first one. You ready over there, Jason?
I was worried you weren't going to ask me. Just hang on. Yep. Okay, I'm totally ready. But let's make sure before you make the question, I want to clarify that the way this is going to work. So make sure you're listening. And I'm just seeing a LINH saying, great webinar, best webinar, lots of feedback. So first of all, thank you so much for the feedback. Matt put a lot of hard work into this. But the way this is going to work for the contest is it's going to be the very first person that provides the answer, and only the answer. Don't add an extra comment to it, and it needs to be the very first person. So get ready, because as soon as he asks a question, it's going to be the very first person. So on your mark, get set. Okay, go, Matt.
Hopefully everyone's ready out there. Here we go. The 4 things that help your product or book rank higher on Amazon are purchases, reviews, likes, and...
All right, we got the right answer already, but awesome. We got a few wrong answers, but we got the right answers. So the very first right answer, I'm sorry, I just have to scroll around because when you put so many answers in, it drags me down. Drags the, not me down. It drags a question and answer down. But the answer is from John Kend 7742. And the answer is tags. So congratulations, John Kend. And I'm going to send you a message here on your instructions to be able to get your Amazon gift certificate. And everyone else, don't worry. We're giving away a few more gift certificates on this call. So if you didn't get this one, there's lots of opportunity. And I just want to remind everyone this call is being recorded. I still am getting quite a few people asking about that. But you are going to want to stay on because we have an awesome question and answer at the end. And Matt absolutely answers every question you throw at him. So, all right, Matt, hand it back over to you.
Thanks a lot, Jason, and congratulations, John. Now we're going to jump back in here. So now we're going to talk a little bit about Kindle. Kindle domination. Publishing companies and big-name authors still have not figured out how to sell using Kindle. So this is your opportunity to compete with the big names on a level playing field, a playing field that you can completely own. So as you can see in the bottom right, this is a Kindle book that I had written, completely outsourced, didn't touch a single word, less than $50 to outsource the whole thing. This actually reached number 87, but the screenshot shows number 98 paid out of the millions of books on Kindle. There are literally over 1 million books selling on Kindle right now, and there are thousands of them that have publishing contracts by big-name authors, celebrity authors, you name it. Was able to use the strategy I'm about to teach you, plus the ultimate promotion system, to make this book rank number 98 out of all the books on Kindle. It's absolutely incredible. The field's pretty wide open, and you can do some pretty incredible things, and it's only growing. There's tons and tons more people using and reading books on Kindle every single day. So the quick quote, bottom left, Kindle Fire is the most successful product we've ever launched. That's from Dave Limp at Amazon. So here's the strategy I want to teach you. Now this is the only slide on this strategy, so you're going to want to make sure that you pay close attention and take lots of notes. You can go ahead and write down these 7 steps, but here we go. So first step in the Kindle sales strategy is you're going to want to pick a hot market. Now this strategy, the whole purpose of it is just to make you money on Kindle. So with that said, I say pick a hot market, because Amazon Kindle right now, it leans heavily towards a few markets. So nonfiction-wise, you got diet, fitness, weight loss, and cookbooks. But if you can write or have any interest in writing or know somebody who can, you can just publish the book on Kindle for them and split profit or do whatever sort of arrangement you want. And if you can get that done for a fiction book, especially a romance novel, you can absolutely crush it on Kindle. For whatever reason, right now, there are tons of people out there reading romance and fiction books on Kindle. So those do extremely well. But nonfiction, diet, fitness, weight loss, cookbooks, those do very, very well. So with that said, if you just want to make money on Kindle, pick a hot market. Now, the same strategy will work if you're in any other market. You'll have your work cut out a little more for you. So if you're in a different market, maybe self-improvement or just about anything else, and you want to use this strategy, you can use the strategy perfectly well. It's just you're not going to get quite the incredible results like you will tapping into one of these categories. So with that said, step 2 is you're going to write or outsource 3 short books. 20 to 30 pages each is all you need. These don't have to be full-blown novels because you're only going to be selling them for 99 cents to $2.99 each. So 3 short books, 20 to 30 pages each. Step 3 is you're going to publish those books on Kindle. Now this is the first launch, so the first time you're publishing them on Kindle. Because remember, whenever you started selling a product on Amazon, you're able to get your own Amazon URL. So you publish these books on Kindle. There's a little 12-hour review period. Then you're actually able to find your books to buy them on Kindle, but you're just grabbing the URLs, the unique URLs for those products, because then you're going to go back to the documents, generally a Word document, that you use to write those Kindle books or you use to have somebody else write them, but you're going to go back to those Word documents, add one page at the beginning and at the end that's just a resources page. It says resources, or you can title it something a little bit better, whatever you want, but the whole idea is to have the other 2 books in this series linked directly from that page with an active hyperlink. You can do that in a Word document very easily. Active hyperlink to those Amazon pages of the other 2 books in the series. So each one of these 3 books is going to have an extra page at the beginning and the end, resources page, links to the other 2 books in the series. So once you do this, you're going to republish those books on Kindle. So the reason you do this is because then those Kindle books will be updated with those active hyperlinks. So now whenever people download those books or buy your books on Kindle, they're going to be reading through those books, and then they're going to see those resources page. Then they're going to click those links and go over to your Amazon listing that has those books. So then they're able to buy that book. So the whole idea with this is you want to write to a market that to the same type of reader with each book. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the same topic, but an example is you want to write to, say your target reader is new moms who want to lose weight. So then book 1 could be a fitness book, different exercises and that sort of thing for new moms that want to lose weight. Book 2 could be a cookbook for new moms that want to lose weight. And book 3 could just be a general diet book for new moms that want to lose weight. So with that said, it's all the same sort of reader, so that when that same reader or one of those readers in that market reads one of your books, the other book is automatically related. It automatically appeals to that person. So they click that book and they go buy your other books on Kindle. Now, this same strategy, you've likely seen it 100 or 1,000 times, depending on how many books you've read, because whenever you see a paperback or hardcover book, you'll likely see a page that has a list of all the other books the author's written. The reason they do this is because they realize that if you read that book and you like that book, you're likely going to want to check out one of the other books that they've read, want to buy one of those other books, so then you'll go back to your bookstore or go to Amazon.com, wherever you get your books from, and you'll buy that book. You're using that same exact strategy here, except it works incredibly better just because everything's instantaneous. It's all electronic books, so people can literally click the hyperlink immediately, buy your other books. So then once you have these 3 books republished, because Kindle allows you to update your books as many times as you want, you can add pages, take away pages, edit stuff, and it just continually updates those Kindle books. So then you're going to run the KDP Select program for 1 day. If you remember, that's the program that allows you to give your Kindle book away for free. So this strategy, remember at the beginning of this, I said the whole point of this strategy is to make money with Kindle books. So you might be wondering at this point, why the heck would you want to give your Kindle book away for free? The reason you do this is because whenever a book does well during its free promotion, because Amazon honestly just wants to dominate the ebook market, so it's going to give you priority placement for having offered your book for free, because then Kindle readers, the people out there reading Kindle books, can say, I can get all these cool books for free. Amazon can put that in their marketing, et cetera, et cetera. So whenever your book does well as a free book, Amazon actually gives it priority placement whenever it shifts over to being a paid book. So you don't start back at the bottom of the pile after the 1 day. You actually start off higher as a paid book, which gets you a ton more paid purchases. So you don't get anything for that first day, but you start getting a lot more sales than you would have had you never run that free period. So you're going to do this all at the same time for all 3 of these books, because all that activity, those tons of free downloads, then tons of paid downloads, all on the same day with 3 books linked to each other, all promoting each other, that's that velocity of activity that Amazon loves. So do this all in the same days. You're going to launch all 3 books at the same day. Do this KDP Select period, schedule that for all 3 books on the same day, and you can do some really incredible things on Amazon Kindle. That's why I say step 7, you collect the check. Remember I said it takes 60 days minimum to get paid with Amazon Kindle, but once you start getting the ball rolling, you get paid every 30 days. Here's an example of how this strategy has worked. You can see 17,000 downloads in 24 hours for those 3 books. Cost less than $200 total to get all 3 outsourced, but those are free downloads. It doesn't really mean much. With that said, this is the screenshot just from part of 1 day, part of the first day these books were available. That first book sold over 635 copies, paid copies, over 28 units borrowed, which I'm not really going to explain. It's kind of complicated, but you pretty much get paid $2 per borrow. So that's an extra $60 plus the royalties on 635. It's about $300 profit in part of 1 day with that 1 book. So you scale that out to multiple books, multiple months, multiple days. This, remember, is only part of 1 day. You can do some really incredible things on Kindle. So Amazon sells millions of products. They have over 320 million monthly visitors and a constant stream of new opportunities to make $5,000 to $30,000 plus with a single product. And the Kindle market is completely wide open and can be completely hands off. I like to say Amazon is the crystal ball for retail. This is an example that one night I was looking on Amazon, and there's in a category that I pay attention to quite a bit, and saw sort of an anomaly where a product that I had never heard of before, even though I know the space very well, a product that I'd never heard of before was ranking extremely high and didn't have any of a lot of the other promotional factors, reviews, likes, and tags going for it, so that wasn't it. And I was like, what the heck is going on? It was getting bought just a ton on Amazon. And so I checked out Google, just did a little Google search for the product, and turns out Dr. Oz, the big celebrity TV doctor over here in the United States, he had just run a segment on this product. And it caused it to shoot up in rankings on Amazon because people watched that. The millions of people who watched that wanted to go buy that product. And where do they go when they want to buy something? They go directly to Amazon.com, search for the product, and they started buying it on Amazon, which caused it to shoot up on Amazon almost immediately. So I just decided to check this out, see what, I know a little bit about SEO, so I decided to check out, see what exact match domains were available on GoDaddy. So I checked that out. I was able to capture some really good domains because the opportunity had literally just shot up. And these kind of opportunities are popping up on Amazon all the time, and there aren't very many people really watching out for these things. So it's pretty incredible what you can do when you start paying attention. So with that said, sold over $4,700 in 3 days using this opportunity from Amazon, which doesn't include the 50,000 plus in sales over the next 30 days selling that same exact product on Amazon. So here are a few ways you can use Amazon to make money. First off, selling private label products. Far easier and less costly than you might think. There are tons of products out there. Remember, this is one of the big forces driving an incredible opportunity on Amazon right now. Is there's so many companies out there that are willing to private label products for you pretty much for free. You know, they're not going to sell you the product for free, but they don't charge you anything extra for slapping your own label on there. So you can build your own brand for nothing. Before, it may sound like a crazy venture that you had to go, you know, contact a bunch of people and go through a bunch of headaches. It's extremely easy. You can do it all. If you have a Photoshop, if you have to create your own label, or literally for $30, hiring from somebody from Elance, and you can have your own brand with a ton of different products out there. I mean, there are markets that lend themselves very well to this, that sell very well on Amazon, such as beauty products, diet and nutrition products, organic products. There's tons of products, tons of suppliers. So with that said, take a $50 product, $32.50 in profit. To make $70,000 a year in income using private label products, selling them on Amazon, remember, all your traffic on Amazon is going to be completely free, and everything is going to be completely hands-off if you're using fulfillment by Amazon. Take 6 sales a day to make $70,000 a year private labeling, selling those products on Amazon. As you can see, that bottom right screenshot, selling a lot of private label products, a lot of them doing a heck of a lot more than 6 sales a day. Total time per month to manage this whole thing, once you get it up and running, only 3 to 4 hours. Because remember, all your traffic's free, no customer service, and no fulfillment. Selling dropship products on Amazon. Dropshipping, if you remember, is just a matter of taking Amazon orders in this case, sending those details, just name, shipping address, and what they ordered, over to a dropshipper who will then ship those products directly out to the customer. You never have to touch any inventory. You never have to buy any inventory ahead of time or any of that sort of thing. So you take a $50 product, I say $22.50 in profit just because your margins are generally going to be a little bit lower with drop shipping. And if you want to make $70,000 in a year, income actually, that's only 9 sales a day drop shipping. 9 sales a day is not very much when you're tapping into a site that has 320 million monthly visitors and over 40 billion a year in revenue. So with that said, these little red arrows all point to products that are drop shipping in my account. So lots of opportunity there. I operate in a very, very small part of Amazon. There's just tons of opportunities selling just about any product under the sun. Total time per month to manage this once you get it up and running, 3 to 4 hours. Amazon Kindle, if that's the route you want to go, maybe that's just a cool opportunity you want to pursue, or maybe you already have existing content that you just want to repurpose and turn into Kindle books. A great strategy, by the way, especially content that's just sitting out there on your blogs or any of that sort of thing. Take $2.99 Kindle books, just Kindle books, that's what you price them at. It's actually at the low end of Kindle books. Take 10 short books, remember only 20 to 30 pages each, can all be completely outsourced. 300 sales a month each, not very many, that's over the entire month, only 300 sales for each book. If you want to make $75,000 a year in income, that's all you need. 10 short books, price them at $2.99 each, get 300 sales a month each. There are tons of opportunities for doing this in a lot of different markets because remember, Amazon Kindle is one of the absolute fastest growing markets online right now. There are tons of people buying Kindle devices, reading Kindle books on their iPhones, iPads, and everything else under the sun pretty much at this point, even PCs. So as you can see, the book down there at the bottom, 694 sales plus another 28 units borrowed. That book made $300 in a single day. That's not spread out over the whole month. 694 sales plus 28 units borrowed, so 700 something pretty much. That was in one day, and you only need 300 sales over the entire month for those 10 books. So there's tons of opportunity there. So you might be wondering, why isn't everyone else doing this? First off, most people don't know how. Second off, it takes time, effort, and money to figure out what really works. Most people quit at the sign of trouble, and it takes years to learn how if you're learning this on your own. Here's our second free prize. So this is going to work just like the last time. I'm going to chime in to make sure Jason's ready over there. You with us, Jason?
Yes, I couldn't get my unmuted off.
No problem.
Sorry, man. It was like I kept hitting it and then it was double clicking. So sorry. All right, go ahead, buddy.
All right, here we go. So it's going to work exactly like last time. It's going to be the first person to answer this, and Jason's going to pick out the first person. So get ready for the question. In the Kindle sales strategy, I said you need to do what to your 3 books so that buyers of each book buy the other books in your series?
All right. And the winner of this one is, hang on. Oh. Julia Hiddy. Julia Hiddy, and the answer is link.
Yep.
So
Thanks a lot,
congratulations,
Jason.
Julia.
All right, well, I'll jump back in here. Congratulations, Julia. And I wanted to let you know, quick reminder about the Q&A, and plus I have another special announcement. So Q&A, remember there's a session at the end of this webinar. You can start asking questions now. I'm sure a lot of you already have asked questions. So anything I've covered so far or I'm going to cover, feel free to ask any question about Amazon, Kindle, promoting products on Amazon. Any sort of question you have, go ahead and fire it away, put it in the Q&A box, and we'll cover those at the end of the webinar. Any questions you want about Amazon, Kindle, promotion, anything you can think of. And then here's the special announcement, giving away 2 more prizes during the Q&A. So I mentioned at the beginning, only 2 prizes. Well, I sort of fibbed a little bit. We're actually giving away 2 more prizes during the Q&A. So all those of you who have asked questions, or if you just want to sit around and wait to get another prize during the Q&A, stay tuned. We're going to give away a couple more Amazon gift certificates. So don't make the same mistakes as me. First off, I recommend focusing on a small number of products, books, Kindle books, whatever it is that you want to sell, for the simple reason that your operations get extremely crowded and you don't need to focus on a lot of products to do very, very well on Amazon. Remember, I tried to ramp up to 12,000 products, which was a foolish mistake. There was no reason to do that. A lot of those were the long tail products, and you can do very well on Amazon, making a lot of money with only a handful of products. Literally like 1 to 5 products is enough to make a ton of money on Amazon. It'll keep things simple. It'll let you focus on promoting those products. And so I recommend focusing on a small number of products. Second thing is to sell only good products. This means good books, good Kindle books, good physical products. For the simple reason, first off, that it's just the right thing to do. Second off, is if you're not selling a good product, if people aren't happy with what they get, they'll start writing bad reviews on Amazon, which will make that product tank in rankings. Sell good products. Third, only work with good suppliers. Make sure that they'll fulfill orders on time. And if there's somebody you haven't worked with before, which will be the case, then just ramp up slowly with them. You may want to order a single unit to yourself and, just to make sure it gets there, everything's smooth, and then start ramping those up on Amazon. Or you can even just smart up with a small quantity, start slow with new suppliers, and then only work with good suppliers. Learn Amazon promotion, which is about 70% of your success. Follow a system for guaranteeing results. You learned some really, really good systems so far, including the Ultimate Promotion System and the Kindle Sales Strategy. So succeeding on Amazon comes down to a couple things, systems and strategies for finding the best systems, for finding the best opportunities for making money, for finding and evaluating suppliers, for finding and creating high-quality products, and minimizing time involvement to do all this. You need strategies for listing and promoting, which is about 70% of your success on Amazon, and for harnessing traffic from outside sources fast. Risks of not having good systems: no sales, competitors constantly beating you on Amazon, wasted valuable time. You even risk, with not having good systems, having your account blocked, suspended, and even terminated. None of that stuff is fun to deal with on Amazon, but it's all very possible if you don't know what you're doing. And you risk having your money held for 90 days. If your Amazon account gets terminated, there are ways to get back up and running, but your money accrued from that account will be held for 90 days. So it's best off not avoiding it in the first place, or best off avoiding it in the first place. There's a giant opportunity happening right now on Amazon. We talked about the three forces that have created this massive opportunity, because you can now partner with a Walmart of the internet, owning 50% of all online retail pretty soon, or lose money selling on your own website, because it's just extremely hard to compete these days selling on your own website, because you're competing against people like Amazon that own Google rankings effortlessly and that buy tons of PPC traffic from Google, so they get priority placement there in their PPC as well. And the micro-fulfillment offers huge new opportunities for you. You can leverage Amazon's warehouse to where you may have never thought about selling physical products before, but it's actually very, very easy, and it can all be completely hands-off. Another thing to keep in mind is why you want to get into Amazon right now is because account history matters. Something very important is Amazon still gives priority placement to accounts that have good seller ratings and just history in general. But remember, there's been a lot of people selling on Amazon, but none of them really know what they're doing. Amazon's still going to feature products that are better promoted, but if you combine the two, account history plus powerful systems, you'll absolutely dominate Amazon and make a ton of money there. So, I mean, I know what you're going through. Tired of getting slammed around by Google, because I was in the same shoes. Every Google update, which is even more frequent now, but when I was putting a lot of focus there, constantly getting slammed around in SEO rankings, constantly having to deal with AdWords trouble and all that sort of stuff. Not fun. And, you feel like you really learn SEO or you really learn PPC and you get everything optimized and everything's working good, but then that sort of stuff happens and you feel like all your hard work that you put in and everything you've learned is at risk with every single update, which Google does, which is happening very, very frequently now. Spending money online, not getting any sort of results. Trust me, life is much better when you don't have to worry about any of that sort of stuff. Solution, in my opinion, is you create a fast-growing, dependable business using Amazon. So what I decided to do is, because I know so many people out there are having trouble with Google, getting slammed around by them and traditional online advertising, which has really become a big player's game, is that I've examined all the mistakes I've made and the mistakes that big Amazon sellers are making, reviewed all my lessons learned, experiences, successes, and failures, put all this information together, everything I know, into a step-by-step training system to make it as easy as possible for you to learn everything I know, all of my secrets. I can't take on any more consulting clients, don't have any desire to, frankly, but I still want to have a way for you to learn exactly what I'm doing, because the information out there is so poor. And if you really want to learn how to make Amazon work for you, no matter what your business is, you're really not going to find any good information out there. So even if you hired me for a few hours for $5,000, couldn't possibly teach you 2 years worth of Amazon knowledge. And there's a lot more to making Amazon work for you than we could have possibly cover in this 1-hour webinar. So I've put together a program that provides you access to the exact systems and strategies I use to make $100,000 a month on Amazon, and allows you to see exactly how I get products ranked at the top of Amazon for any category or keyword I want, so that you can use that information to get products, books, and even Kindle books, making you money, and have Amazon put money in your bank account every 14 days, then also every 30 days with Amazon Kindle. So what the course is called is the Amazon Money Machine. Now, I showed this screenshot because this is not some slap together video series or junk ebook or any of that sort of stuff. This has been a 4-month project, literally pouring everything I've ever learned about Amazon and everything that works incredibly well, all the secrets, everything I could possibly think of, into a full-blown training course. So what you see here is over 1,100, it's actually over 1,200 comments from the 55 beta testers I had reviewing every single video I created, every single lesson I created, just to make sure everything was as usable as possible, as clear as possible, and that I didn't leave anything out. So with that said, this has been a 4-month intensive project that is extremely high quality. As you can see here, a screenshot of the Basecamp account, lots of activity going on there just to manage this single project. over 700 internal comments. That's nothing to do with, completely outside of the beta tester comments. Over 350 files, over 200 messages, over 150 to-dos, over 1,200 beta tester comments, over 15 staff members have been involved in this project, and it's been going on for about 4 months just to create this thing. So what you get access to is 9 powerful modules, including 65 how-to videos covering drop shipping, private labeling, Kindle, promotion secrets, remember that's about 70% of your success, with strategy, systems, and advanced tactics for each of these, plus the magic bullet for making money on Amazon called the Amazon Money Finder software, which is included in the course but not available anywhere else. So one thing that takes a good amount of time and a good amount of experience and expertise with Amazon is knowing when and where to find really good opportunities on Amazon, picking out those opportunities to make a ton of money very fast on Amazon. So a couple months ago, I had a team of developers put together a piece of software because I'm not any sort of developer, and I was just blown away by what they came up with. So what this does is it uses a proprietary algorithm called the Niche Opportunity Score, NOS, which is, the screen's kind of small, but if you look on the far right column at the NOS, that's what that is, and you're able to plug in any department, any category, or any keyword, including Kindle books, click the Start Hunting button, it'll pull up all the results from Amazon, click that NOS link, or NOS column to sort by that, and you can see exactly where the best opportunities are, which takes into account factors such as price, sales rank, reviews, tags, likes, all those different factors, everything I would personally use to evaluate and what I know about what makes good opportunities on Amazon. This software literally spits them out for you all day long. And remember, Amazon has over 30,000 different niches, millions of different products, over $40 billion a year in revenue. This software shows you exactly where the best opportunities are. If you remember this, $4,700 in 3 days from a great opportunity discovered on Amazon, this software picks those opportunities out for you all the time, because when people want to buy a product on Amazon or want to buy a product in general, they go to Amazon first. So you want to be right on top of those opportunities, and that's exactly what the software helps you do. So what else is included is a detailed master plan to guide you through the entire course step by step, including a 14-day rapid cash system, 60-day positive ROI plan, using Amazon to tame Google, to claim those Google rankings you may have just lost, or Google rankings you've never been able to get. We teach you exactly how to do that using Amazon. Also, how to scale your Amazon empire. I'm not going to promise you're going to be selling $100,000 a month on Amazon like me. I hope you do a lot better, but a lot of you, I don't know what your personal situation is, you may not do that much. But you can still do extremely well on Amazon, and I'll teach you exactly how to scale your Amazon empire to multiple products, multiple markets, and make it all completely hands-off. Plus, detailed training documents. If you're the type of person who likes to jump in and learn extremely fast, we have training documents. They aren't some junky transcripts. They're actual documents not available anywhere else, but they go with each lesson. You can learn extremely fast using those and really get started implementing extremely fast. So we also include what to do when bad things happen, including blocks and suspensions, and more importantly, how to avoid all that stuff in the first place. So this is a complete 100% ready to go, ready to use training course. It's not one of those courses that's released in modules because the people who created it didn't really have everything ready to go to begin with. This is all completely ready to go, ready to watch, ready to dive into and implement and start using. And there's promotion secrets that get you results that you won't find anywhere else. Remember, I developed these things over years of selling on Amazon, years of testing, and this is information that's just plain not available anywhere else, but will work for any product you want to sell on Amazon. No matter what type of product it is, if you can sell it on Amazon, these promotion secrets will work. Because jumping in and selling on Amazon is the easy part. Anyone can set up an account to sell on Amazon, Kindle books, physical products, physical books, anything. That's the easy part. Actually getting your products ranked for high value categories and keywords is what really matters. That's going to be where all your success is, and that's exactly what this intensive promotion module teaches. And there's also a private members community for partnership learning and collaboration. This is an incredible part of the course, not available anywhere else, is you get to interact with the other people that are doing incredibly well on Amazon. You get to learn from them. I jump in there. I'm in there every single day, responding to people, interacting with people. So it's really cool. It's a really great environment, and it's just something that's not available anywhere else and really helps skyrocket your learning and how well you do on Amazon. So you might be wondering, why do you want to do this? Because you'll never have to depend on Google again to make money. You don't have to worry about their updates at all. Ready to go course means you can learn fast and get results fast. The 3 profit models give you flexibility depending on what you're doing now or what your interests are. You can use whatever you have already done online using the 3 models. So if you already have a blog you've used, if you already learned stuff about SEO or PPC or getting traffic, or if you already have a website, or if you've built up a Facebook page or any of that sort of stuff, you can leverage all of that to do some really incredible things on Amazon, and the course teaches you exactly how to really take that stuff to the next level. And the software tool gives you certainty with opportunities. Before, when you might have looked at an opportunity, or maybe you couldn't find an opportunity, but then you can use the software to find those opportunities. But more importantly, when you find one, you'll know that it's a great opportunity because the software tells you exactly how valuable each opportunity is. The promotion secrets guarantee that you do well. No more guessing that, oh, I found this opportunity on Amazon, but am I actually going to be able to get my product ranked up for whatever category or keyword I see the opportunity in? Well, the promotion secrets, you'll be a million steps ahead of everybody else on Amazon, so you'll be able to tap into those opportunities like nobody else can. And the community gives you a place to share and interact in a private setting with other people that are all committed to doing very, very well on Amazon. So you also might be wondering, why am I giving you my secrets for making over $100,000 a month? If I'm doing so well, why not just keep all the information to myself? First off, there are millions of products available on Amazon, over 30,000 different categories or niches on Amazon. I'm not worried about competition at all. The chances of us two running into each other on Amazon, not very likely whatsoever, because Amazon does so many sales, so many different products, and there's just so much opportunity on there. And I operate in such a small category, such a small niche of a category actually, that not worried about competition whatsoever. And another cool thing about Amazon, unlike Google, is with Google, if you do any sort of SEO and that sort of thing, the top ranked listing gets about 40% of the traffic, and then it just drops off a cliff after that. With Amazon, you could be ranked number 8, 9, 10 and still make a ton of money. I have products that are ranked number 8, 9, 10 for good keywords, and those products still do 100 sales a day. I mean, it's pretty incredible just because there's so much volume on Amazon. And up until this point, I've been operating in a vacuum, pretty much been learning and doing this stuff on my own. So I decided I wanted to build a very, very powerful and private Amazon mastermind community, which is, you saw part of that in the previous screenshot. So with that said, I wanted to build that community. So that's a big force with this, because I want to be able to interact with other people, learn from other people, help other people that are doing well on Amazon, because knowing the other people doing well in a space like this is incredibly valuable, especially for building partnerships. And these strategies and systems, they plain get results. As you can see, the screenshot at the top, $47,000, bank deposit every 14 days from Amazon. Bottom left screenshot, done extremely well with Kindle. All these strategies apply there to any other product that Amazon sells. $300 in a day with that one Kindle book, 17,000 downloads if you're looking for leads. Number 98 paid, that middle screenshot, actually reached number 87. So if you want to become an expert in your market, this course will teach you exactly how, no matter if you want to do that through Kindle books or physical books, and you can become a multiple best-selling author in just about any category you want. And these results are not just for me, they're for anybody who applies them. This was a guy, his name was Paul, that applied one of these strategies, just one of the ones you learned in this webinar that we go into in depth in the course. He applied one of these strategies, made $303 in profit in a single day, had never done anything on Amazon before. So it's really incredible what you can do on Amazon if you just apply what's in the course. Here's what a few of our new members have to say, because you might be wondering, what's it really like inside of there? We keep getting every single day very, very good feedback, very good comments. People just absolutely love the content. First off, Linda said, empowering and makes me feel confident and made a wise decision investing in Matt's training. Igor says, very motivational. I'm so excited and eager to go full speed ahead. Adrian said, love the directness and conviction. And we have a ton more of these, but we're obviously not going to bombard you with those here. So what you can get on this webinar only, what we're offering you, is first off, you get the Kindle module or the course. I say the course because there are people that have sold Kindle courses out there for $1,000. It's generally outdated information at this point, but I've sold them for $1,000, and you get that all as part of this course. It's all included in the same course. And there's actually a Kindle course out there right now selling for $2,000, so that's easily worth $1,000. Drop shipping module in and of itself worth another $1,000. It's a very intensive course and teaches you everything you need to know about how to leverage that profit model for making money on Amazon. Private label module, same thing. Promotion module, remember about 70% of your success, incredibly valuable information, not available anywhere else. The Amazon Money Finder software helps you find incredible opportunities. We actually thought about selling that thing by itself for about $300. Access to the private members community of people doing extremely well on Amazon. We thought about charging just a membership and offering that by itself too, but it's all included as part of the course. Monthly niche reports. This is an incredible thing that's not available anywhere else. What this is I literally go through Amazon, handpick out opportunities. So I find great opportunities, but then I go a step further. For physical products and even Kindle books, I write you great strategies on how you can actually leverage those Kindle books to make automatic income with Kindle. But with physical products, I literally find you suppliers. I go find a supplier that has good prices, that has good margins and all that sort of stuff, and then I call them and I get their prices and I get their phone number and email address. I give you all that information. So I'm saying, here's an opportunity. Here's a supplier. Go out and make money. I mean, it can't get any closer to actually giving you money than that. You'll get one of those every single month. Plus a master strategy system. Now I say $5,000 because this is exactly what I use when I work with consulting clients. You get all of that as part of the course. Plus the 1,876 Money Niches database. What this is I had a team of my staff members that I used specifically for this. They went out and they gathered a ton of opportunities using the Amazon Money Finder software. They gathered for a bunch of different departments and a bunch of different categories the products with the highest niche opportunity scores, and there's 1,876 of those in this that you can literally tap into and start making money immediately with Amazon. So everything you just mentioned, or everything I just mentioned, $9,479 plus $294 per month. But, I decided to really take that down, really to hammer that down, because I know there's going to be some great people getting in here. I'm going to be learning, so I took that way down, $19.97. Plus, I don't really like monthly fees too much, so took the monthly fee thing away, so $19.97. But then I decided, wait a minute, I'm so confident in this course. I absolutely know this thing will work. I've seen it work for people. It's worked for me incredibly well. Literally everything I know is in there. So why not put my money where my mouth is? So I'm giving the $10,000 challenge. You only pay $9.97 right now. That's it, $9.97, one time, nothing else. Then within the next 3 months, when you make $10,000 in profit, pay $9.97 now. That's it, one time. You make $10,000 in profit, then you can pay the other $1,000. Sort of a Scout's honor kind of deal. So you pay $9.97 now. You make $10,000 in profit, pay the other $1,000, 3 months. That's it, Scout's honor. And it's all backed by the 60-day, 100%, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. If you ever have any sort of issue, you've applied the stuff, it's maybe not working for you for whatever reason, any sort of life change or any of that kind of thing, no questions asked, 60-day money-back guarantee. Plus, I'm going to throw in this, just for this webinar. After this webinar, you absolutely cannot get this. It's just on this webinar, is if you don't make at least $3,000 profit in the next 60 days using what's in the course, I'll give you a 100% refund, same thing as a 60-day money-back guarantee, plus a $200 Amazon gift card. That's how confident I am that you're going to be able to apply this information and really make it work for you, because it's just, like I said, information not available anywhere else. Amazon opportunity is just absolutely incredible, and I firmly believe in what's in the course. So the doors to this opportunity are closing. We've had the doors open since April 26th. We literally have enough members right now to keep us all busy, probably a little bit too busy actually. And I'm devoting lots of time to comments and posts. I want this to be a very intimate environment. I want to learn from you. I want to meet you and grow with you. And so with that said, I'm getting in there every single day, commenting, responding to other people's comments. There's a comment section on each video, so I'm responding to those people. I'm posting in the forum and everything else. And so doors are closing Tuesday, May 8th. But also, whichever one of these two things runs out first is when we're really going to close the doors. We've only have 1,000 units available because we literally have a physical component to this, so it's not some fake scarcity sort of thing. We actually ordered a physical component, only 1,000 units available. Last time I checked, we only have a couple hundred of those. So with that said, once those are gone, or Tuesday, May 8th comes, whichever one comes first, doors are closing. You can sign up right now, nicheamm.com. That's nicheamm.com. But also, just for this webinar, this is another thing that, it's not going to be available after the webinar. It's not going to be available during any sort of replay or any of that sort of thing. First 20 people